Hey everybody, it's Tripl-L coming in with a very quick Fire Force video, this time specifically comparing Fire Force Episode 1 to the source material, Fire Force Manga Chapters 0 and 1. This is just pretty much a trivia video for anyone wondering if there was cut material between adaptations. And as it turns out, yes there was, but it's mostly very small. The biggest thing is that they kinda cut out some flashbacks, but the message of the flashbacks still remains with the flashbacks that made it into the episode. But one of those cut flashbacks did have some pretty cool little details. These small changes aside though, I can tell you the episode was very faithful. So with that out of the way, let's get into the listings. First, there was some stuff that happened before this shot with Shinra at the train. Turns out Shinra was late, and the reason that he was late was because he ran into and knocked over this girl. So this scene, this was where readers first got to see Shinra's habit of smiling when he gets nervous. Also, note how Shinra most likely has a clear view of what's under this girl's skirt. The reason I point this out is because this old man calls him out for getting hot and bothered about that. But we, the readers, know, yes, he most likely did, but the smile was more of a nervous reaction than anything else. Anyway, this removal is linked to the removed flashbacks, sort of, because of the anxiety smile, but we'll get to that when we talk about the flashbacks. Before that, more miscellaneous differences. The next set of changes occur at the fire station and revolve around Oki. So Oki really likes working out, and you might have figured that out given by what he's doing in the background. In the manga though, it was a little bit more aggressive during a particular scene when he's bench pressing while giving the group speech, as opposed to the anime where he was just kind of standing around. The other change is when he's trolling Shinra with the damp smell comment. In the anime, Shinra has a generic response, while in the manga, Shinra specifies that he was living in an all-boys dorm during his academy time. And that's why he got a little bit more bothered when he was looking at the girls. While we're talking about the girls, there was also a small art change when the sister was talking about Maki's garden brain. The anime just adds a really nice visual. Much appreciated, thanks anime staff. Anyway, the next set of changes occur when the group goes to deal with the Infernal. This is chapter 1 material, by the way. One change is that when they first enter the room that is on fire, there was a burnt body. The anime skips it, but this was just here to remind readers that people's lives are at stake here, and that this is a pretty dog-eat-dog world when it comes to the flame humans. People are just burnt alive, and this is just something that happens. The second change from this set comes from Maki. This time, it's just missing context. In the anime, Maki parts the flames. In the manga, however, you get the extra note that in terms of ability, Maki is rare among second generation pyros. In other words, the ability to part the flames the way she did, that's not something that every second generation pyro can do. Now, the final series of changes are the flashbacks that I've been talking about. Thematically, they revolve around Shinra's creepy smile. And they, together with the other flashbacks, just cement that Shinra doesn't want to be seen as a demon, but he wants to be seen as a hero. The first example is this one where his classmates were being put off by his smile. This one was an okay sacrifice in the grand scheme of things. It just tells you that he's been having this problem everywhere in his life. The much more interesting skipped flashback is this one where Shinra is at the Hajima Heavy Industries with liquid nitrogen on his feet. This one just gave you a nice heads up on an industry in the Fire Force world, and it also just told you that Shinra has experience with this particular entity. The other little bit of value is that it showed readers how Shinra dealt with his powers in the very early days. This flashback, however, also ended with the scientist saying that Shinra's smile was disturbing, again reinforcing that he's experienced this most places that he goes to. Pretty rough for a young kid. But anyway, timeline wise, this flashback ends right around here in the anime. Now, one final change is kind of unfortunate, but you know, we can afford to have it happen. You know that shot with Shinra smiling at the end of the episode? The manga had a nice addition of Shinra's allies noticing his smile and giving the readers a heads up, or giving them context that this was in fact Shinra's genuine smile. And since we know that Shinra has not smiled genuinely for a very long time, the idea here was just, this is a nice feel-good moment where everyone can see that Shinra is legitimately happy. Anyway, cool stuff, man or girl, if you're watching this. These were not terrible changes, but now you know. Now you can out-trivia some people who have not watched this video, but man, I would appreciate it if you showed some Fire Force fans this video. But anyway, guys and gals, thanks so much for watching. Very quick little comparison video, not the worst. I think a lot of these changes make sense. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I hope you have an absolutely great day.